Roll for Romance is a podcast featuring 5 friends thirsty for D20.
Hello, and welcome to Roll for Romance. I'm your DM, Emily, and with me today I have 4 fabulous friends. Yay!
4 of us.
5 total, but 4 friends. Actually, everybody's friends with each other except for me. That's the dark secret of the podcast. I think that they're all my friends, but they're not actually. They're just like, you're just an acquaintance, Emily.
We're more than friends.
She never knows where the line is.
Like a Rodney. So we have been visited once more, blessed by the romance angels. Let's go around and see what the angels have foretold for you, starting with Holly.
Oh my. The romance angels card for me today is romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. I'm going to give me some bad boy.
What? Perfect. What about Lauren?
Mine says soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate.
Who?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Word.
Well, who's with me? It has to be someone in the room with me. Evangeline, Zerks, or Margaret. Or Sigil.
Or me.
Or the dead guy.
Or the dead guy.
He's already dead. Sorry.
Bet him. Lost him too soon.
We could put him in a candle. Put his spirit in a
I'm
candle.
going to buy a ghost candle on our next
Or
shop
it could be
excursion.
the mystery Millie's lookalike. Because I could totally see your soulmate looking exactly like you.
Yeah.
Is your soulmate your clone?
Oh,
It's
God.
like Loki.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I would fall in love with my clone.
Yeah.
Probably would,
Probably
actually. Yeah.
would, yeah.
Okay. Mystery solved.
Yeah, makes sense.
What about Des/Hilrana?
I got true love.
Ooh.
This is the romance of a lifetime.
Whoa.
Except he killed you.
Killed you with his kiss. He made
these
you
are
out
some-
to death.
Yeah, that's a red flag, I think. But
Is that a red flag? That's good to know.
Guys, if a guy kills you, it's a red flag.
If he makes out with you so hard that you die from it.
Yeah. Just makes your brain
Red flag.
explode. Searing
I'm
psychic
fighting the
pain.
fact that that sounds hot because it's a red flag.
Oh, yeah.
that's very
Always
responsible.
fall for the bad
Well,
voice.
Yeah.
That gives you brain hemorrhages.
The patriarchy has
kissing
scrambled my brains and I just don't know what to think anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. True love. What's our card situation?
Okay. Mine says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now, and that is true because I'm broke.
Yeah.
You
I thought that was a good one.
I did
though,
get
didn't
500
you?
gold.
Yeah. You might be the richest one out of all of us at the moment, except for
Yeah.
Hilrana. But
That's
it's not
true.
really her
Do I really
money.
have my own money?
No, not
Yeah.
really.
I ever had a job in my life? I'm not even sure.
You don't
Nepo
know.
baby.
Memories may be returning to Hilrana. We'll
Maybe
find out.
maybe I was a barista.
Maybe you were a barista.
I was a
you just
forest
blocked
for
it
like
all
3
out.
days.
Barista.
And I
Laura
crossed
Simpson
out,
was a barista
I crossed
too.
out all my notes about your past. Just write in forest
Barista's
barista.
better.
And the person who keeps strangling you in your dreams is just an angry customer who you got their drink wrong.
That's why I left. I was like, I'm sick of this job as a barista.
I got children. Your love life is being affected by children. I don't know who this applies to, but maybe it'll come
Literally
into
anybody
play.
with children.
Bernadette, yeah.
Yeah, it could be Sono.
Could
Yeah,
be
Sono.
Sono.
Could be.
You should make
Yeah.
Sono the Nick Cannon of the show.
I definitely would not have taken this job if I had known that I would get involved with a murder investigation. I took this job for the easy pay. It was supposed to be just standing around looking intimidating and making sure that the drunken guests don't wander off where they're not supposed to. And instead, someone is dead. Someone who I thought was the host of tonight's party and the person who was paying me. It's all a mess. Now there's something with a man in the mirror who is a twin of this other man who was found at the scene of the crime. It's all really confusing, and thank the gods that The great detective Sigil is here to help us out because I would just be lost without them. Hopefully we can get to the bottom of this and that no more lives are lost in this terrible evening.
We are going to start with Hilrana. So we left off with you in the garden. You had found this mysterious stranger who had a half mask, kind of Phantom of the Opera style, and he was very familiar. You thought that he was the Joran guy that you had been catnapped with, but he didn't remember you, and he said his name was Deserae. And then you had kind of an interesting conversation, and you were feeling it, and you decided to kiss, as you do. And then you had horrible searing psychic pain. Hurt real bad, as you do. And you had flashes of memories, which we are going to go over in a moment. But as you are fading to unconsciousness, you see just a very brief flicker of this person's face. They have ripped off the mask, and you just catch that underneath the mask, they have a big scar and kind of burn mark where their eye would be. And they look horrified at what has happened as you fade into darkness.
So they didn't plan this?
Yeah, you don't know as you pass out, and you have all these memories coming back to you. So as you are in darkness, Hilrana, you start to have these different thoughts bubbling up in your mind. So in the first vision you find yourself in the forest that you vaguely recognize from your youth, before you went and lived with Greg permanently. It's a beautiful sunny day, and you're talking with this handsome man that has long dark hair, pale skin, looks very familiar, and he is in a very heated argument with you. You are fighting, and he's saying basically that he cares about you and he doesn't want to be around you anymore because he doesn't want to put you in danger. And you get really mad at him, and it just ends in a very passionate kiss.
Well, like
where
Spider-Man.
Yeah, where you grab him and you're basically like, shut up, and then you kiss him. And
Is it an upside down kiss?
Oh, for sure.
Climbed
Hilrana's hanging from a tree.
specifically. He's hanging from a tree having a passionate argument with me.
That's amazing.
And then it fades into being in a moonlit grove, looking up through the tree canopy at the stars, holding the hand of this handsome man, just talking about your dreams and thoughts about life and what you would like to do together. And then fading to a more tense moment where you are running through your same forest back towards what you recall is where your enclave was. And you are running there, you hear this man's voice urging you from behind to run, to go back to your family, that he would hold these people off. You don't know who these people are, but you hear pursuit behind you, and he stops and he looks at you, and then he turns back and you see him being attacked by these shadowy figures as you continue to flee. And then the final memory that you have, which you kind of forgot about her, but now that you hear this voice, you remember it's your grandmother's voice, and she's sitting next to you. Your mother is also next to you, and they both are beginning some kind of ritual, and they say to you, holding your hands, your grandmother says, "I'm sorry for this. It's the only way to keep you safe, my darling." And then everything fades to black, and all of a sudden you feel on your throat that familiar feeling of like a hand clawing at you, trying to choke your breath out, and you wake up with a sputtering cough to feeling Chadley shoving a good berry type thing into your mouth and like clawing at you, trying to get you to wake up.
Does that count as a short rest?
No, you are unconscious and you don't know how long you've been out, but you think that Chadley has these good berries that he keeps on his person for when he passes out and he needs somebody to revive him. That gives you 1 hit point.
Okay.
Brought you back to consciousness.
I think at this point, I don't think Hilrana would say anything. I think she'd still be so freaked out.
Yeah.
That she would, I don't know, try to figure out what. She's coming to consciousness. Chadley, what are you doing?
He's like coming over and like chittering and like biting at your hair affectionately and like circling around you and running up and down and like pawing at you. He tries to shove another berry in your mouth.
What happened? Where have you been?
Chadley will relay to you in squirrel speak that he went to go get some more alcohol and then things got
Where's
kind of fuzzy.
Isri? He was here. I think he tried to kill me. Did you see a man run out of here?
Did Chadley see a man run out of here? Let's make a perception check for Chadley. That's a net one.
Chadley saw nothing.
Shrug, paws up, and then paw on your face.
His little claws.
Aww.
So
I hold Chadley to my cheek and give him a little pat.
Sweet.
Like, thank you so much. I think you might have saved my life there with your berries. We've got to get out of here and find the others. Something is happening. She's gonna do like a quick look around, just like whenever you leave something, you're like, did I leave my purse? So just to see if there's anything.
Make an investigation
area.
check. And actually, I'll let you do an investigation to see if you can find anything that was left there, and then you can also just make a general perception check.
An 18 on my investigation. An unnatural 20 on my perception.
Ooh. 18 on your investigation. It's not too hard to find. You see, almost looking like it was just thrown to the side, a half mask Phantom of I don't know what you call it, the Phantom of the Opera style
it's a half mask.
but tossed over towards one of the bushes. Other than that, you do see footprints, but there's been enough foot traffic through these gardens as of late, whether with people coming to like trim the flowers and such. You can't make out like a specific path of where this person who was with you may have gone. There's also little squirrel paw prints in the earth near you. But yeah, that's all you get with your investigation. With your perception, you can hear the sound of a lot of people gathered in the ballroom and the music still playing from the house that is a little ways down from the gardens. And you also hear a very muffled sound, like somebody just got punched in the gut, like a kind of noise of the air being knocked out of them somewhere else in these gardens that have been woven around in kind of a maze-like fashion.
I'm going to go towards that sound.
All right.
But I'm going to try to be stealthy about it.
Okay. I'll have you do your stealth, and then we're going to go to the other people.
I got a 19.
I'll make a perception check for... And Chadley will make a stealth check as well. That's very bad. He is still chittering in his squirrel things and pawing at you, like worried about you, and continuing to try to shove berries into your mouth.
One berry was good, so 100 berries is even better.
Most of them are just regular berries.
Some of them are
Chadley,
poison
where did
berries.
these come from?
No!
You can't tell the difference.
Faris, you have had a passionate kiss with Alphonse, and then he turns into bats. And then the bats turn into smoke because the bats can't go through walls.
I love that so much.
As he flees. Well, not flees. Well, maybe make an insight check as he leaves right after he kisses you.
Insight check the bat smoke.
10.
You get a very brief glimpse of his face before he turns into bats, and he looks very conflicted. You get like a flash of concern and conflict across his features before he turns into bats.
Man, men will turn into bats to avoid talking about their feelings.
I know. The first sign of intimacy. Bats and smoke.
Bats and smoke, yeah. But yes, you have had your talk with Alphonse. I don't know if you wanted to stay in the bathroom or head on out.
No, I mean, she'll fix her lipstick and then head on back to the gym.
Okay, so you rejoin with the great detective Sigil. I'm just going to keep making it, putting more superlatives.
Please, continue.
Where they are about to head off to explore with Margaret, the guard, who is now the chief detective because there's nobody else to do it.
I thought they made Sigil.
Well, she's observing Sigil to make sure, because they still don't know, like the guards still don't know if you actually murdered this peacock man or not.
just because I like killing people.
Gosh, just
So
because
just killing people.
doesn't mean that you killed this person.
Evangeline and Zerks are going to stay behind because Evangeline kind of doesn't want to be around you now that you talked about how you've been around a lot of death. So,
Judgy.
well, it's personal preference.
Is she going to stay with Zerks?
Yes, they'll stay in the gym with another guard who are watching over the body. There is a side hallway after you open that door that the guy had gone through. Are you looking around? What are you doing, Detective Sigil?
Yeah, I'm going to go into the side hallway. And first I'm going to see like what exits there would be. Don't even feel like, hopefully I don't need to roll for that.
No.
Roll for exits.
Yeah, can you find a door?
I mean,
Roll
well,
for
you
it.
know what? Actually, I would like you to make an investigation check because maybe there's a secret door kind of thing.
Oh, okay,
you know,
yeah.
like I'll give you all the normal stuff for free. But
Yeah, legit.
What if you had to roll for door every time you entered a room?
Roll for door. You're like standing like next to a hallway of 3 of them. You're like, no doors.
God,
How do
I guess
people
I
get
can't go
around?
this way.
No doors this
ridiculous.
time. How did I even get
A
in
new
here?
campaign is just roll for doors.
Door
Every time you
blank.
enter a room. And then whatever number you roll is how many doors there are.
I got a 25.
Ooh, a 25.
Oh, I'm sorry, a 23. I can't do math.
Oh, well, never mind.
You find no
well,
doors.
the DC was 25
The
to
DC
find the
was
door.
25 for all doors. There are a couple doors that go down this narrow hallway. You've noticed in this place that a lot of the hallways are very wide with beautiful carpets lining them. This is definitely more of like the back areas where
Yeah.
the servants might go. There is a door directly across from this room, which there's a little window in it, and it looks like it's some kind of sauna type thing, like
Oh.
steam room. And so the sauna is directly across, and then down that hallway, there are some doors on both sides, and then there is a door at the end. You don't see any secret doors.
Okay, but do I like have like is there any footprints or anything or like blood drips
Yes,
or anything
you
like that to
definitely
indicate?
see with your keen eyes a
Hmm.
few blood drips that leave a trail from the doorway, from the body essentially through that doorway, and then down the hallway towards one of the side doors.
Okay.
But it starts to fade off. So it's a
Yeah.
little difficult to follow exactly where it went.
All
Elias
right.
has accidentally stepped in the. 'Cause he
Oh,
didn't notice.
perfect. So you're just
He's like, oh damn it! He shakes his feet off.
you both are also welcome to make a check if you would like to.
Sure.
No, only great detective.
Only
No,
great
I'm kidding.
detective
Sigil.
Okay, I'm
Great
kidding.
detective sigil.
This is
5.
my
So I
day.
stepped
Yeah.
in the blood.
Step in the blood.
Oh. Investigation?
Investigation.
Or perception, whichever you prefer. That'll depend on what exactly. If you're like listening for sound. Of
6.
something. 6. Was it perception or investigation?
It was investigation.
Okay, yeah. You noticed that Miles has stepped in the blood, and you're like, oh, buddy.
He gets a towel and starts to wipe his feet off, and then he like dabs the carpet. with it.
Oh, no.
Poor guy.
Somebody left a mess.
We're good. He's not a serial killer right there.
Well, detective.
I see that there's a trail, although faint, of blood leading to this door over here down the hallway.
Oh goodness.
Yes, so let's look through the door.
Here, I'll open it in case the assailant is still in the room.
Oh, wow, good idea.
Indubitably. Elias has just watched a lot of Sherlock, so he's
We're in detective mode, so I get it.
She goes and
Good time to use those kinds of words.
Yeah. She's going to listen at the door. Doesn't hear anything. And then it's going to open it very slowly with her sword at the ready. The room is dark. It looks like just from the outside light coming into it, a small servant's quarters. But you could go inside and check it out. There's nobody in there that you can see at the moment.
Okay.
It's clear. I don't think anyone's in here.
I wonder if whoever this was came in here so that they could maybe change into a different outfit or something like that. I wonder if we'll find the outfit they were wearing stashed somewhere. Let's see if we can.
All right.
Let's
This
look
is
for
so
something like
exciting.
that.
I mean,
Wow.
death is horrible, but being at the side of the great, magnificent, renowned Detective
amazing.
Sigil is...
And let them work.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. She backs out of the room and just like guards the door,
Wow, cool.
but then peeks in.
I wave at her.
Can we assist Sigil?
Absolutely. So you can either, if you want to do your own check, you can, or you can give Sigil advantage by using the help action.
Help action.
Advantage.
I got a 3.
3.
Nice.
You've tracked more blood into here.
I'm walking around, and there's more footprints that weren't originally there.
Yeah. Yeah, you make any blood trail that would have been in this room just totally not great. You
I
scream.
should roll to see if I fuck up your investigation. That should be-
Amazing. I got a 14.
You do all the standard things, looking through drawers, picking up the carpet. Faris helps you with that because she had done a pretty thorough investigation of that other office. It's tough because there is blood on the carpet in here, but who knows if that was from Miles or from the assailant. You find just a small strip of fabric that has been shoved underneath the bed. It has a little small amount of blood on it, but it's not a full outfit. And the fabric on it, you look over at Miles and you see that there is a strip of fabric that has been torn off of his outfit that matches the same material.
Don't notice that.
Well, Miles did not notice this, but you clock that. Once you see the fabric, it's the same as the costume that Miles has on. Faris doesn't notice this, I don't think, but you see that there is a strip of fabric missing from the sleeve of Miles' outfit.
All right. Wait.
Shit.
Cool.
What'd you find, Sigil?
Well, I don't know if this is really anything to mention. I don't know if it's like significant to the investigation or anything. There's just this little piece of fabric. It's got some blood on it.
That sounds like a clue.
Maybe. You never know with these things. Yeah.
Are you showing us the fabric?
I'm pointing it out. I'm not like picking it up because I don't want to contaminate the evidence, but
Fair.
I'm like, yeah, there it is right there. Looks like somebody was trying to hide it. So that's odd.
Does anyone clock
Now you guys can both can make a perception check, and Margaret will make a check too.
Okay. I got an 11.
10.
I think that's enough for you to notice because the fabric seems the same as what Miles' costume is, and then you look down and you see a little strip of your sleeve is gone.
Huh. That's a diaphanous material. Oh, shit. And then I look down and I notice, when did that happen? And I show everybody the rip.
Incredible.
That looks just like the scrap of fabric that Sigil found. This is very strange.
That's so weird. I thought this was an original outfit. What are the odds?
I know. So weird.
Well, when you saw your clone guy, was he wearing the same outfit as you?
He was, yeah. Because I thought it was my reflection at first. So we overpaid.
Really? Oh, so
I'll write her a
disappointing.
letter.
Well, maybe we should, honey.
Yeah, we should get the information of your tailor. That's a very interesting coincidence. I'm going to put that into a little evidence baggie.
Okay, cool.
She doesn't actually have a bag. She's just going to put it in like a cloth.
Yeah.
I mean, if I wanted off the rack, I would have shopped at Fantasy Marshalls. I don't know.
Well, I will confess that I don't know if this was an original. So it is very possible that someone else could have purchased the same outfit. Oh my God.
It's okay. He couldn't have known.
You don't remember how you got that tear in it, do you, Miles?
Do I recall anything? I was posing a lot with Sono and Zerks.
You were posing a lot. Honestly, I remember rolling. Your passive perception is not very high.
It's a 10.
No, you did not notice anything among your evening that you would have torn your sleeve.
So just a possible theory of how this could have occurred. Maybe somebody tore it off you while you were here. You were unaware that this was happening. And then they planted it here after putting the blood on it to frame you for the murder of Lord Flutterbottom. That's his name, right?
Yes.
Flutterbottom. Yeah, that guy.
Now, it's not for me to question the great detective, but wouldn't it make more sense to go with the more obvious theory until it is proven incorrect? I feel like that's much more far-fetched than...
I don't see how that would be obvious. And hear me out.
I'm listening.
Now, Miles was found with the body in the gym. Why would Miles leave the gym, put this here, and then return to the gym wearing the same outfit?
It's elementary.
Huh. I guess you're right. Although he was alone, so I don't know. That's such a good question. This is why you're the detective, not me. But just for, to make sure everything's all right, I am going to ask you to please stay within my sight at all times, sir.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, where am I going to go? We're solving this murder together. I just want you to rest assured that you don't need to worry that I did it, because I didn't. Smile.
Make a persuasion check.
I would tell you if I did it.
I totally didn't do it, though.
I got a 4.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
She rolled a 4 on her insight, so
Amazing.
she doesn't know. She's very confused. More confused than she was before.
Yeah.
All right. So other than that, you don't notice anything in this room. I'm going to have her take a look just in case she finds something. That's another 4. I'm going to stop rolling that die. All right. Where do you want to go next?
So, are there any obvious methods of getting out of this room aside from like just the door in?
With that investigation check, you did not find any other means of leaving.
Okay. I am trying to think about like the layout of this mansion, and I'm trying to think if I wanted to get out, where would I go next after coming here?
Make an intelligence check.
I got a 17.
It looks like, because these are servant quarters, you have a feeling that probably the door at the back of this hallway either leads to more servant areas or to an exit from the building based on your location.
Yeah. All right. So why don't we check over there?
Sure. Yeah. You can go over to that door. You don't have to make any door rolls.
I don't have to roll for doors.
Roll for opening the
still
door.
there.
And indeed, this does lead towards a back exit, a servant's exit that goes up a little set of stairs that dump out into the back gardens.
You said
I said dump.
My theory, and we'll find out whether or not I'm right, is that the murderer planted that evidence and then left through this exit into the gardens where there would be lots of places to hide. I'm going to try and see if I can find any tracks. Miles,
Yes.
can I see your feet?
Yeah. Sure.
Can I look? Can I just take a look
Yeah.
at your
And
feet?
he like tries to lift him up to your.
Yeah, okay. Make a acrobatics check.
Roll for feet.
God. 7.
You wobble a lot. You wobble a lot.
I don't have a lot of. I need to stretch more, but he's trying to like.
You gotta
He's holding it up.
Great, thank you. So I'm mostly looking at like what kind of shoes you're wearing. So to try to figure out if somebody's wearing a duplicate outfit, what kind of tracks they would leave.
What kind of shoe? I probably would have worn some kind of like heel of some kind with that dress.
Oh, that's good. That would definitely leave a nice in the garden. That would be easy to track.
Yeah, it's probably like a nice strappy, but good heel.
Substantial
A
heel.
substantial
Not a
heel.
stiletto.
He's got a very big foot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Nice. Okay, so now I'm looking for heel prints
Yes.
in the dirt.
What are you doing, Faris?
Faris is following closely behind Sigil and not helping at all,
Okay.
but doing that thing where you're like, every time Sigil crosses their arms, she crosses her arms.
Yeah.
Sigil puts their hands on their hips. Faris puts her hands on her hips because
Exactly.
she thinks it's super cool, but has no idea what's going on.
Okay.
She just wants to appear like she's also intelligent.
Make a performance check.
10. I keep getting 10s today.
Yeah. I mean, it's not your best work of being convincing, but it's a stressful time.
Yeah.
So you were going to look at the dirt. Investigation.
A 23.
23. You get down low. You look at the dirt.
Oh, dirt. Yeah.
I'm picturing Sigil like
I know.
walking.
That's
like-
accurate.
No heel prints in the dirt.
Oh.
Well, there goes that theory. Do I see any like regular footprints? Like maybe he could have taken his shoes off?
Do I remember if I saw their feet in the reflection?
I'm going to make a luck check to see if the mirror showed all the way down to their feet or not.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You did not see their feet.
Okay.
Sorry, I got a 9.
But do I see any fresh prints of any kind?
You definitely
Fresh prints of Bel
you
Air.
definitely see that people have walked through here. I would
Yeah.
say that you don't think anything has been within the last like hour or so.
Okay.
However, everyone who has a passive perception of like 12, does anyone have that?
Nope.
I do.
Okay. You do hear the sound of some kind of commotion for deeper in the gardens.
Huh, what's that? Does anybody hear that?
No, what's it sound like?
It's like maybe a fight or something.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, let's
I didn't
go.
hear anything. Your senses are so well trained.
Yeah.
This is Sigil, of course, we're talking about.
So are you leading them through the gardens to the source of this noise?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Make a survival check.
Oh, no.
Cool.
Roll for initiative.
I got a 4.
Okay. So it's tough because you're not as attuned with the natural domain of gardens.
No, heck no.
You're a book. You're a book.
I'm
You're
a
a book.
I am a book.
You're a book.
I'm also a dungeon.
You've been trapped in a book.
I have been a dungeon in my time,
Yeah.
but not a garden.
You've never been a garden.
Never.
Okay, so that means that it's going to take you longer than it takes Hilrana to get to this noise. So Hilrana, you are stealthing towards where you heard that commotion. Chadley makes it a little bit harder of a stealth check.
Chadley, shut up.
You hear another cry of pain and gasp and the sound of like somebody falling to the ground, like a body impacting the
Oh
dirt.
my gosh.
And as you creep around the corner, you make a perception check for me, please. And this is really going to be a tough one because this guy got a really good roll.
17.
You do definitely immediately see that there is somebody who has collapsed down onto the ground in the middle of this smaller clearing. There's a couple of fancy topiaries that have been carved and a big hedge wall, but you don't see anybody else. You don't see where the attacker, if this person was attacked, was. And you're so stealthy that this guy who just fell to the ground does not notice you, but he is groaning in pain.
I'll go over to them.
Okay, so you're gonna not stealth.
I mean, I'm gonna cautiously go. I'm gonna go over there, but I'm not like trying to hide from that person. But I am gonna kind of like try to like look at my surroundings as I'm going to make sure I'm not walking into a trap or something.
You already made a perception check, so you don't notice any trap-like elements. You get closer to this guy, and he is bleeding profusely. There's a puddle that's starting to go out into the dirt around his body, and he is coughing. Like blood is coming out of his mouth as he coughs and wheezes and looks.
Do I know this person?
I do not think you saw this person. It is a tiefling that has dark skin with kind of gold, marbled gold within it, gold-tipped horns, wearing a fancy outfit. Face up, but he still has his mask on, and he's coughing blood and looks like he's going to die at any moment.
Well, first thing I'm going to do is yell for help.
Okay, you yell for help.
Yes. And I'm going to try to put pressure on the wound to try to help the bleeding.
Would you like to make a medicine check?
I would love to make a medicine check. I got a 12.
At 12. He is bleeding so much that that's not going to stop him, and he is definitely faded from consciousness at this point.
I do want to say, as soon as Sigil said it sounded like a fight, I do think Miles would have dashed off to
Okay, so
in
you
front
wouldn't
of
have.
everyone.
Okay, so then you make your own survival check.
They would have tried to help. Oh, okay. Yay. A 23.
Oh, okay, so you actually get there right as Hilrana is bending down to do like a medicine check on this dude.
Miles, thank God you're here. Help me. I've just found this man in the garden.
Another one.
He's bleeding out. Another one.
Oh, yeah. It's been a day.
Okay, well, what do we do?
He's gonna run over and try to rip his fabric up some more and make like a tourniquet. Can you
Okay.
see like where this guy?
He has a horrible stab wound in his stomach, and it looks like they probably punctured one of his lungs
Oh my gosh.
as well. So,
Yeah, so he won't make a tourniquet, but he will try to staunch the bleeding
okay.
with Hilrana.
Okay.
We both have
guys
blood
have
on our
healed.
hands. I can't believe they're not healing him.
Both of these characters can heal people. I'm over here making death saves. Like, come on, are you gonna actually heal this guy?
I thought about it too, but I was like,
It's
I
been
don't
so
know.
long.
It's been so
I
long.
was about to, I'm glad you said something,
do you
Sarah, because I
play
was like,
D&D?
oh boy.
Hey there, it's your DM and pal Emily here with a few quick announcements. To start with, thank you so much for listening. It means the world to us that you listened to this show and that you've stuck with us on this romantic and ridiculous D&D journey. Some fun things are developing with the plot that I hope that you'll enjoy as we continue this murder mystery and we find out what happened with Hilrana. And things may be coming to a head. Or not. We could also just end up doing lots of random shenanigans. You never know. And hopefully that's part of the charm. If you want more of us, more Roll for Romance action, then check out our Patreon. On there, you can get access to the Roll for Romance Discord, as well as our chat show, Heart to Heart, where we talk about all kinds of fun, spicy nonsense. Sometimes it's related to the show, sometimes it's about our deep love of Deep Space Nine, and all the time it's just a blast. So go ahead and check that out. The link is in the episode notes. Thanks again for listening. Now let's get back to the action.
Hilrana casts Cure Wounds on the tiefling guy.
Sweet. How much do you heal him for?
I'm gonna cast it at a 3rd level.
Wow.
That's a deluxe.
I got an 18.
Amazing.
And I still only have 1 health point, right? I should have healed myself.
Yeah, he gave. Did you eat any other? God.
I ate some of those berries Chadley shoved in my mouth.
Okay,
How many
let's
berries
make
did
a
he
luck
give
check
me?
to see if what those berries were, other than the first one.
You could be dead by now.
Okay, you have 3 hit points. 2 of them were good berries. The other ones were just regular berries.
I have 3 hit points.
Yes.
Okay.
The horrible stab wounds in this guy's gut and chest area close up before your eyes with your healing nature-y magic.
Wow.
And he's continuing to cough a little bit of blood. He still has, like, I don't know. I would make a perception check with y'all if you want to see anything about this dude.
I got an 8.
I got a 22 for perception.
Melees.
Yes.
You know, it's cool. It's cool when you see healing magic, so you don't really pay any other attention to this. And also, as this man looks at you, he says, "It's you. You won't get away with this."
Thank you. It is me. I am Miles Gloriosus. Thank you for noticing.
And he's going to try to, like, push backwards away from you, but he's incredibly feeble and he falls over on his side in the dirt. You got 22?
Yes.
He has a unnatural coloring in his eyes that looks very like they're threads of black veins going through his eyes that are starting to seep out through the corners in like a spider web kind of fashion onto the skin around his eyes, and it is growing as you watch it.
Is this something I've seen before?
That's a good question. You could make an Arcana check. And about this time, this is
I
when
got a 4.
our other friends will arrive. A 4? Yeah, you've never seen this before.
I would like to try lesser restoration on him.
Okay, cool.
If you'll let me touch him.
That's true. Yeah, it is going to be an opposed thing.
Hold up. You got a thing going on here. You touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition. Afflicting it, the condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Okay. Very good. I'm going to call it an unarmed attack. I know you're not actually attacking him, but it's going to be against his... Or if you want to try to grapple him, maybe. You can make an athletics check.
Yeah, I'll try to
And
grapple
he'll
him.
make a contested thing.
Because I'm used to people kind of losing their minds after they've been... Well, it doesn't matter. 15.
15?
A +7.
Yeah,
to
no,
athletics.
he's very weak. So he tries to scramble backwards, and you're like, come here!
Hold on.
And you face palm him.
I know I can be very, like, Look,
Oh,
this is a
God.
natural reaction to meeting me. I get it, but I need to heal you.
You two enter the clearing, seeing Neelace rushing towards this poor man that is covered in blood, scrabbling back and
from his
grabbing him.
legs.
What in the world is going
And
on?
Hilrana's in there too. Hilrana looks messed up.
Yeah, Hilrana's not looking good.
Hey, Hilrana, are you okay?
Oh my God.
It's the guy.
It's the guy. What is happening?
Someone's been in the garden attacking people.
Are you all right?
I think I might have been attacked. I'm not sure. And
Did
then
you
I
see your
heard
attacker.
I'm not I was with a man in the garden. I'm not sure. But then I found this man is he was bleeding out. I cast Cure Wounds on him. Melee showed up. But he's still really hurt.
This man that you are grappling is just, get off me, and he starts to scream, and out of his mouth comes this like black smoke, and then his whole body dissolves into a pool of ichor on the ground, and this black smoke it like starts to encase the gardeny alcove that you all are in.
Okay.
Even after
Yep,
casting?
it wasn't a disease
Well,
or poison.
What the what?
Sorry, bud.
So he just turns into smoke and ichor.
His body dissolves into ichor, and then out of his mouth, as that happens, this big, gross cloud of black smoke starts to fill the area
So
where
I
his
covered
body
in
was.
ichor now
Melee's
because
has a
I was
cough.
kind of holding on to him. So I'm
You
just
are.
covered in black goo now.
You both have a lot of black goo on you, and I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw that is in this zone. And the woman, the guard, is like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Whoa, I got a 7.
11.
21, baby.
13.
Anyone who got higher than a 15, I was not paying attention to what your rolls were. I'm terrible.
I got a 21.
You did. Everybody takes 8 points of damage if they didn't succeed the Constitution saving throw. If you succeeded, then you're fine.
That's good since I
But
have
if
3 hit points.
you get the sense that if you stay within this cloud, and as it does dissipate somewhat up into the sky, but it can't actually leave this space because there's like an arcane bubble around this whole thing. So if you stay within this smoke, it's going to continually.
I think
hurt
Hilrana
you.
snaps out of her like stunned stupor for a second there and just starts scrambling backwards on the ground.
Oh, I forgot to roll for Chadley, and Chadley got 18.
I want to try to drag people out of the smoke if they're not going fast enough.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
if Hilrana needs help or something.
Yeah, you can definitely help Hilrana out of the smoke. It's not like you're trapped there or anything. I'm just telling you as a DM, you shouldn't stay in this. It's bad.
Oh yeah, Faris is gonna haul ass.
Okay, so you all scoot out away from the disgusting black smoke and the ichor. Your bodies, 2 of you have this weird, gross ichor
If I took
dripping
like a
off
bunch of
you.
if I took a bunch of like psychic damage, what kind of injuries do I have?
I think you just look strung out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do want to heal you if I'm grabbing you.
You have some blood that had poured out of your eyes and your nose and your ears.
Oh, yeah, because it
Cool.
was like a brain hemorrhage.
Now I'm covered in my face is all bloody and I'm covered in black goo.
Not a
Nice.
good look. Or hot
This
look.
is horrifying.
Scary look.
I don't know what's happening, but it is far too dangerous out here. We need to get back inside and get where there are more people in case there's more. What was that?
What are you talking about? If we go back inside, we're never going to find the murderer.
Make a persuasion check.
I got a 2. That was a natural 1.
No, we have to. This is far too dangerous. We have to get out of here. Somebody else was just killed.
I was with someone and I'm not sure if they were the one that was hurting other people or if they're hurt. Like he could be out here. We've got to find them.
What does it look like?
He's really hot.
Oh, I'll help you look.
Fair's gonna take your man.
Oh, God. Well, I have to stay with the suspect. She's going to see if she can make herself be brave enough to stay where people are getting murdered and then turning into ichor and smoke.
You can do it, Margaret. Think
Okay.
Think
you'll give her
about
advantage.
Sherlock and Sigil and
Oh.
wanting to be a detective.
Right. If I can do this, I was trained for this. Not really, but
Who is Margaret?
She is.
Hi, I'm sorry, I haven't met you. I'm Margaret. Oh God, are you okay?
No.
Oh God.
Mealy's is going to heal you really quick while we're talking.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 30 HP
Nice.
Oh, nice.
because I have lay on hands. So I'm just going to get rid of.
Lay those hands on me, baby.
I'm going to touch you. Consensually.
So you're going to search
Consent is
the
important.
gardens. All right. Are you sticking together? Are you splitting up? What are you doing?
Well, Faris would ask for a better description than just he's hot. Because
Oh, yes.
He's
Yeah.
really hot.
all right. No, she probably would. Like, what is he wearing? Something. Yeah.
Let's start with is he human?
That's
is
true,
he an elf? Is he a hot dwarf?
Was he a tiefling? He had horns, right? But he was just a horned guy?
Did have homework. He was horny.
He was
Um,
horny.
horny
he had
guy.
He
small.
was hot and horny, Faris.
Oh, Lord.
And he's missing.
Not for long.
Oh goodness.
Use your hot guy radar and find him.
It comes from her tail. Her tail starts out.
Oh, he's so
Like a
cute.
little
It like
divine.
rattles. Like
It keeps pinging where Mealy's is standing.
Relays, get out of the way. You're keeping the radar from working.
Relace is too close. It's not going to work.
He smears Vicar on his face.
Stop being so hot.
I'm
No, you
sorry.
look even hotter now.
Damn it. I've like just put it under my eye.
Relays, no, it's not working. Now you look even better.
So are you going to give a description?
Why do I have a thing for guys and eyeliner?
It's true. Do you give them a full description of this dude? or-
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so he has got long dark hair. He was wearing a half mask.
I
but
give
don't
like
think
a
he is
really
anymore.
overly full description
Yeah.
of the guy.
His lips.
And like, yeah, exactly.
His lips looked kissable.
Yeah.
Full.
Like his eyes were just so dark. He looked right into my soul.
Yeah. Well, you do
And it
know.
was on fire, Faris.
good for you, honey. I sure hope he's not the killer.
Is it bad that it kind of turns me on if he is? What's wrong with me, Faris?
There's nothing wrong with you, honey. We just have to hopefully find him and he's innocent, and then you can look in those eyes some more.
Oh, I hope so.
Is he the reason that you were bleeding out of your orifices? Because,
You know, I'm not sure. Okay, we could ask him.
okay.
Here's the thing. We had the most passionate kiss.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, Faris, it was so hot.
Oh my god.
It was so hot. Sigil. Shh. Okay. It was so hot that I started bleeding from my eyes.
Oh my god. Did y'all hear that? That kiss
Margaret's
was
gonna go
so
with you.
hot. She started
then
bleeding from her eyes.
I lost consciousness.
Oh honey. That's a good
So I don't
weekend.
know what happened to him. He could have been kidnapped.
Well, we can't have that.
Charlie's going to start angrily chittering at you to get you to stop talking about this kiss so you can, and pointing towards where Sigil and Margaret have left.
What? Oh. Me and Faris just alone, like in this clearing now.
Faris is enraptured by the story.
Chadley, which way did they go? Okay, let's
Wait, where
go.
they went. Okay, so you did a
Wait, so
Investigation.
Would you like a help action?
Sure.
from Margaret?
Help. Yeah.
Margaret
help.
and Sigil wandered off.
Yeah, because they were like, the time's wasting. We gotta.
All right, Mealy's is going to go off on his own too.
Oh,
then.
that's true. Oh well, shit. No,
Would
she
they
was
have
supposed to
allowed
stay
you-
with
Would they have
Taylor.
allowed you to do that?
No,
though?
you got to stay with Margaret.
Shit, no, she would. I'm sorry, she didn't go with you. I lied. She's
Darn.
with Miles. She has to watch Miles.
Okay.
Plus, I was trying to get Miles to go
You
away
almost
so we
got
could get
me.
the hot guy radar working.
I was just doing investigation to figure out where I should go.
Yes.
So, like, I'm probably still visible.
Yes. What did you get for your
20.
investigation? 20. You can map out in your mind after you got a little bit lost before of the general navigation for this
Yeah.
area, the gardens. You've been through a lot of it with that 4 that you had. So it's tough because if there is an assailant, even if they had gone over the hedge wall, they would have encountered that barrier that is keeping people in
Yeah.
and out. Because
Yeah.
that seemed like the hedge wall around the back of this gardens is the perimeter of the building itself.
Right.
They could have gone back towards the building,
Okay.
but you know that they couldn't have left So
Right.
they probably aren't still in the gardens. They could be. You haven't seen any like secret passages as you've been looking around. I think getting into detective sigil mode.
Mm-hmm.
If you were a killer and you were trying to flee, but you knew you couldn't leave the place, you think that you would not stay out in a place that's isolated. You would try to go back to where there are lots of people so you
Yeah.
can blend in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either that or a place I knew I could hole
Yes,
up.
exactly.
But that might be risky.
Yeah, so those are the two options, but you don't think he's probably out here in the gardens because you actually have been through most of the gardens
Right.
when you were wandering around.
Okay. I think that this guy probably went back into the party to try to blend in with the other people and maybe possibly to find his next victim.
Oh,
We
God.
better get back there
We have to hurry.
right now
To the party.
to the party. Let's go.
Run back to the party.
Hey guys, did Sono actually leave before? I'm just kind of worried that they'll kill Sono. I really
What?
like Sono.
No, Lady Jalessa said she thought she saw him leaving earlier
Okay,
before the
good.
incident.
He's fine. I feel it.
I
in
hope
my
so.
You
pinky.
do
I
feel
hope so.
you don't feel his presence anywhere near you.
I don't feel his presence anywhere near us.
That's
It's like-
interesting.
Well,
You've got
your
the pinky power.
gives
Hold
you
up.
location powers.
Does the sensation of his pinky still follow whatever's happening in his body? And
God, I
vice
hope
versa?
not.
That'd be
That,
amazing.
I just want to apologize in advance for it was a wild night. Anyways,
Oh, I
back
know.
on the
I love it. Okay, yes. I'm going to say yes.
All right. Yeah.
God.
He's fine.
He's
I just
fine.
hold up my pinky.
It feels
Do they
wet.
do like Morse code, like
feels
on
wet.
there?
It feels
It
wet.
feels
Touches
wet,
his thumb
like,
and pinky together.
Yes. Oh my
Taps
God.
out like,
what
are
are
you okay?
It feels wet, like you feel water dripping down onto it, like he's in a shower.
Yeah, he's taking a shower.
He's doing the Tobias cry in the shower.
Oh, do I sense Sissy sad?
Can you sense that through
I'm-
your pinky?
And pinky
Make an
emotions.
insight check on Sono's pinky.
So weird.
Or your pinky on Sono's body. So it's an insight. Yeah, that's weird.
I got an 8.
Yeah, you can't tell his
I
emotion.
can't tell if he's doing a Tobias cry
Can't we
in the
just
shower, but probably
Call
it's
him on
Sono.
our T-Mobile crystals.
No, we didn't get him a bracelet.
We didn't get him
Yeah.
one.
I thought we had mine still.
He did, but then didn't he lose it in the fountain?
Got lost in the fountain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll have to get him one.
you should. Because he can't get his own.
He can't afford it.
Being a prince, he can't make it on his own.
He doesn't know what cell phones are.
Make it to T-Mobile.
Well, that's the thing is that they probably wouldn't let him go.
Yeah,
you would
no,
have
they
to
wouldn't.
smuggle it into him.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put that on our to-do list. And we need to get Sigil one.
Okay, so you're going back to, I assume, maybe the ballroom?
Yeah.
Sure.
Or do you want to look around inside the building?
Yeah, we can look around inside the building once we get in there.
Okay.
See if we can find any clues.
So, do you want to go back in through the doors that had led from the ballroom out into the gardens, or do you want to go back through that side hallway servants' entrance?
Are there guards posted outside of the big entrance?
There are. Margaret's with you, so you don't think that, like, they're going to stop you from going places?
I'm just worried. I'm thinking if I was the culprit and I had just done a big
Oh.
stab,
Did a big stab.
am I gonna just then like breeze right past these guards? Maybe I've got a lot of unearned confidence. I don't know.
I don't know.
I gotta try and get in the mind of this killer.
Gonna get into the
I'm
mind of
gonna
the
ri-
killer.
I'm gonna do an insight roll.
Does anyone want to help Sigil get into the mind of the
I'll
killer?
help you, Sigil.
Sure.
So Sigil will have advantage.
I got a 19. I'm feeling like a
Well, that
killer.
rolled on top of the
Just
other things.
imagine
It was a
what
nat
would
20 when I
Melees
rolled on
do.
top of other dice, but I'm not
Felix
going
would
to
just
count it.
go right back in.
He would just go back in.
Mind of a killer. With the aid of the confidence of Melees and Faris, you think that this person was so bold to do all these things that they probably just went right back through those doors.
Damn. All right, let's just go back through those doors right after them.
Okay.
The servants' quarter
Doing it.
doors?
No,
ballroom
the big doors.
Oh.
The big one.
I'm still covered in blood and
old
ichor,
door.
by the way.
I'll do
and am
prestidigitation.
fairly traumatized.
Yeah, speaking of which, all of those visions that you had, Hilrana, you can sense that they are the actual memories, not just weird Lear visions, your memory is coming back to you in bits and pieces. And every once in a while, you'll feel like another sharp pain in your head and you'll get another like little tiny flash of something and then it's gone.
Right.
It's like the Celine Dion song.
It's all coming back.
I was like, oh, I did not
I could not think of a single Celine Dion song.
Holly knew
that
what I was
moment.
talking about.
Mind meld.
Yep.
Yes.
It is.
Just like-
It's exactly like that song.
It is exactly like that song.
Are you bodily showing anything while you're having these visions?
Well, I think, because I think it would like, what you said, like it like hurts or something, or it's like,
it hurts. Yeah.
yeah. No, I think I would be acting like something stabbing me in the head every time it happens.
Chadley's
Okay.
very worried about you.
Melee's
I am
stay near you,
in no,
keeping an
well,
arm
I don't think
around.
you're allowed to. I don't know. Is he allowed to? Hilrana doesn't want to leave the garden
Oh, you want to stay in the
Oh.
garden?
because she feels safer in the garden because it's plants and she doesn't
Okay.
feel safe around people right now.
I don't think Melee's would leave you.
Okay.
Would they let you?
So
Yeah, that's
maybe
the
just Sigil
problem.
and Faris will go back inside.
Well, before Faris does Icar people, do you want to clean you off?
I don't think Hilrana's in a place where she can make decisions. So I
Okay.
think you would just have to
Melee's
do
will
it.
say do it.
All right, I'll
for
just
both of us.
Yeah,
please.
I'll just do it. So Sigil's back inside with Fair.
And yeah, Melee's will say like, Margaret, if you don't trust me, just put 2 guards on me. But I'm not leaving this garden with Hilrana alone.
Okay.
Can Hilrana cast Pass Without Trace just to like hide herself? Because she needs a
Mhm.
minute in
Yeah.
the garden.
Yeah. Or do you want to put it on Melee's end?
Yeah, so it's like, what is it, 30 feet or something? 30 feet. It's, each creature within 30 feet of
Okay,
me.
yeah.
Like,
sweet.
can't, but it's anyone that's in that circle is shrouded in silence and shadows.
Sure. Margaret's going to go find some guards to come sit with you guys because she doesn't want to leave Detective Sigil.
That's fair.
Who would want to leave Detective
Nobody.
Sigil?
She needs to see the master at work. It's a once in a lifetime experience. You guys are staying in the gardens. I'm going to leave you there for a moment. Yes. And just, Faris, you are going with Sigil as well, or do you want to stay?
No, I wanted to do the P word if they wanted it. And then I'm going to go with Sigil because I feel like I'm not helpful at all, but I could be.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are helpful.
Aw.
You have been helping a lot.
You
Yeah.
have.
Thanks,
helped a
buddies.
lot.
Faris is good at this stuff. You're good at investigation type things.
Well, I can at least give advantage.
Yeah. So you head back into the ballroom, Margaret trailing behind. All right, what's the plan of action?
Look around for stuff.
Look around for stuff. Perception check for Margaret. There's just so much going on in here. It's how do you narrow down the noise?
So I think I need to do a vibe check for the crowd.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a technical term.
Vibe check. Does
Yeah.
does it stand for something? VIBE?
Not so much.
Very important.
Let's discuss this later. I'm trying to see if I get I'm just trying to describe the vibes that I'm looking for.
Oh, sure.
Are there people like, what was up with that guy? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
kind of wondering
Absolutely.
what's going on.
Do you also want to do a vibe check?
Yes.
You might be better at insight. What's your insight?
For insight, I only have a +1, but I did get a 16 on my roll.
I am slightly better at insight.
Well,
but
then you'll just do them individually.
yeah, let's do individual.
And
ones.
Margaret's going to try for vibes.
Yeah, 13. So you got it.
Margaret got an 11. So you got a
16.
16 vibe check. You're good at scanning rooms, figuring out the vibes of everyone. That's one of your specialties. Some of the people in here seem very annoyed that they're being detained. They're getting sick of the buffet and the tiresome music, and they want to leave. So some of them are actively arguing with the guards. There's that contingent. There are some people that look frightened. You don't see anybody that looks like, oh, how could you go past me like that? Or anyone that looks ruffled from an interaction with somebody. So you don't pick up on that. You notice, Faris, that from personal experience, people do not pay attention to the help. And you see servants kind of coming and going from this space, continuing to bring drinks and food to the guests to try to keep them appeased while they're trapped here. And that you just clock that people are moving in and out of this space pretty much unseen.
I think I would say quietly to Sigil that pretty much that, like, nobody notices the help. So I think it might be a good idea. So let's take a closer look at where these folks are going.
Oh, good idea. Maybe we could see if somebody who resembles Miles or that hot guy Hilrana was talking about is dressed as a servant.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Do we want to ask anyone if they saw somebody that looked like Miles?
Good idea.
That's also a good idea.
I don't know. I was just spitballing.
No, Margaret, that's great.
Okay, let's canvass some people really quickly, and then if that doesn't turn anything up, then we'll follow a servant.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna have you all make investigation checks as you talk to people.
18.
22.
Faris, you go and talk to a very affronted-looking, richer, older woman who is talking to some other people that look like maybe they're her cronies, looking frustrated. Just because I don't want to necessarily role play out an entire conversation, I'm just going to give you the information that you get from this conversation, which is that, oh, yes, I saw somebody looking like that. He was doing some kind of garish poses earlier with the prince. It was very, very unseemly behavior for royalty. And then he looked frustrated when, actually, it was you. I saw him watching you across the room, looking sad and frustrated when you went off with the peacock man. And then he left.
Then he left.
Yes.
Thank you, madam.
This was earlier, by the way.
Yes.
This is before they made us stay here. Can you believe that they've made us stay in here? It's stuffy and so boring.
I'm so sorry, madam.
All right, bye.
Bye.
That woman was very strange. So much drama going on. Okay. Margaret is going to talk to Lady Jalessa, who she will confirm that the prince is not there anymore, just for her own mental health, that the prince is not in danger. And Sigil, you talk to a gentleman who looks, like mid-30s, got very gleaming golden hair, and you ask about something matching Miles' description. He says, "Oh, well, yes, I actually, I wouldn't have normally noticed, but I was in the bathroom, and as you use the restroom,
Right.
We were standing next to each other, and I noticed, of course, the golden skin, the beautiful curls, the nice outfit matched the description, but really what I noticed, an enormous wang."
Huh.
Really big, shockingly large.
And he had one.
Yes.
Like there was one.
It was there.
At all.
Yes. I didn't want to look at because I thought that was kind of rude, but I could not look.
I get it. Thanks, man. When was this?
Oh gosh. Maybe about an hour ago, before they made us all be corralled in here.
And have you seen that guy since then?
Have I seen him since then? No, haven't seen him. I kind of was hoping that I would, just in case, test my luck. You don't see a wang like that.
Yeah,
but
you
once in your
don't-
life.
Right. Gotta make the most of it. How about this other guy? And I give him the description of the hot guy that Hilrana is into.
No, I think I would have noticed that too.
Yeah, right.
No, I was kind of blinded by thoughts of the large penis.
I get it. It's going to be hard to think of much else.
Well, I am now thinking about getting murdered, so that's not so fun. But
Oh, yeah.
hopefully if I make it out of here alive, then I can go back to those thoughts.
Yeah, good luck, man.
Thank you.
Hope you find your golden wang.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like his white whale.
It turns to his friends. They were really nice.
Wink.
Does Sigil know that Miles' penis is missing?
Yes, because you guys talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
It comes up every
I
conversation.
really feel like it would have come up by now.
Well, you've probably shown him your the wanted posters and stuff.
While we were setting up the trophy room, I think I made a point of saying that he would put out that hat that he got his penis. So he probably would have, like, while they were touring, it probably would have went on a big to-do about it.
Yes. You do, with your very good investigation checks, get from people that they did see a man that matches the description, but it wasn't anytime recently.
All right. So I feel like this isn't working out and we need to follow some of these servants.
Let's go back to the gardens in case there's any kind of touching moments that we want to happen between our friends out there.
Hilrana is not doing well. I think Hilrana at this point is having some sort of like mental breakdown. And she can't really have a conversation with Miles because, one, she's having like her memories are coming back. She's trying to sort that out. And she has the psychic stabbing damage of the memories coming back every few minutes or so. So, yeah. It's a lot of screaming.
Yeah. Miles will...
And she's been crying the whole time.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you're fine with it, Miles is probably just holding her and not talking. I mean, I don't think he would. I think he's smart enough to get a hint that, like, it's not time for conversation. But he might be running through his, like, spells, trying to heal her.
Yeah.
But I guess it's not working really. But he's continuously, like, he's doing, like, did the 30 hit points. I don't know if you're at full health again yet. But he could do, he has a couple of other spells.
And Hilrana could probably, like, cast stuff on herself, but I don't even think she's in the mental space to think about it.
Right before you're about to go follow a servant to another part of the building, you see the guards are fanning out from here and starting to corral people into the ballroom. Some of them go out and ask for you all to come inside because they're doing a final sweep of the building to bring everybody together because the city guards have arrived and they need to be able to bring down the arcane bubble to let them in so that they can secure the entire thing. And they have formed a perimeter around the building, but it's just for like extra caution, trying to make sure that everybody is in the same space when they let that barrier down for a moment to let the chief detectives and such come in.
Yeah.
Do you listen to them?
Well, we've got Margaret with us.
Talking more for you two.
Do we even know about it?
Yeah, a couple guards have come out from the ballroom.
I'd imagine they'd want to question us both.
Yeah. So do you go with them or do you try to leave?
It's up to you, Hilrana. I'll do whatever you want to do.
I think Hilrana would go with them.
Okay. So you guys go with them.
Yeah, we'll go.
You don't put up a struggle. Everybody's in the ballroom. Anyone else doing anything? Anyone going to try to slip away?
Does Chadley slip away? He seems like a slippery fellow.
No, he's staying with you. He is really worried about you.
Hilrana's still scanning the crowd for the dude. Nat 20.
Whoa,
Ooh.
Nat. Okay, I'm trying to think of how to honor this Nat 20. You don't see him in the room. You definitely have another flash of memory, and you are certain that this is the same person as the person from your memories. On top of that, you remember again the very large scar across the eye of this creature. It reminds you of something.
I think Hilrana's gonna like look at Chadley, give him a long look.
Chadley looks back at you. He looks very concerned about you. He keeps pawing at your hair and your face, trying to like pick some dirt and leaves out of it from when you collapsed on the ground. Although I guess you got prestidigitation, so now he's just kind of grooming you. You look into his eyes. His eye.
Hilrana like looks confused for a second. She whispers, Isri.
Chadley does not show any sign of recognition of that name.
She's just looking at him still.
Make an insight check for Chadley.
Insight check on Chadley. Nat 20. Wait, is that a nat 20? Yeah, it's a nat 20. Is it? No, it's not. It's a 20.
Okay.
It's an unnatural 20.
It's an unnatural 20. In Chadley's eyes, beyond the concern, you see what you usually see, which is an intense affection and love for you. And you kind of had gotten the sense more recently that Chadley had like romantic feelings towards you from how he behaved around your various paramours. And you just feel for a brief second a little bit of like that connection that you had from your memories. But Chadley, from the insight check, doesn't seem to have that same moment of recognition.
I think Hilrana's she'd scoop him up and like just like hold him to her chest, and like she's just still trying to figure things out, but I think she wouldn't want him to get too far. She's like wants to keep him close to her, especially while there's a murderer on the loose and she's confused.